you might recognize the Matilda. Yes, we are here at the Military Vehicle Technology Foundation. It's a little fine little place. It used to be a lot bigger. It's the Littlefield collection, so there used to be more than 200 vehicles, but now it's only about 20. But let's go through it. Check it out. So we got the famous Matilda 2. It's got this nice interrupting camo, blue, gray, and yellow, desert yellow. Right next to it is a Panzer IV. I think it's an OS1H. Looks like it. That's a pretty thick front plate. Although it doesn't have the side skirts. Right next to it is a PT-76 amphibious light tank from the Soviets. And next to it is an M10 Achilles. It's a propelled 17-pounder. This thing. And right next to the Panzer IV is an M4A1 Sherman, although really it's a Grizzly. Although we really couldn't tell just by looking outside, so if you take it as M4A1 Sherman, no fault there. Right next to it is the radial engine. And we have the Littlefield famous Panther Osprey. Long 75 Qualk 42. The interleaving suspension wheels. Every time I come here, it's just like it's just so imposing. It's pretty big too. Like I'm not even as tall as the whole. This is my eye level. I'm pretty short, 5'7". The T-34 1942 version, the Mickey Mouse, the hatches on top. They used to have a T-34 85, but the Collins Foundation just took it. And we got the busted Panther turret, what it used to be before the Littlefield restoration happened. And then we have the M3 Lee. It's got a rusted out cupola, and no tracks, but otherwise it's pretty nice. SU-100. And then M26A1 Pershing with a muzzle brake. Well, I mean the fume extractor M3 gun, M3A1 gun, and you can see they're pretty much clashing guns, the SU-100 and the Pershing. Pretty neat. Let's move on. We got a M4A1. Well, okay, M4 Sherman trainer turret. It's got the 75mm M34A1 gun mount. Pretty interesting. Here it's cut in. You can see there's a little smoke bomb that the loader can use. I forgot what they use it for. I think it's a smoke bomb. You can see it's not exactly the biggest turret, but it still looks really roomy in comparison to other turrets. Oh, that's another experience. And here we have a T-72. T-72 main battle tank from the Soviet Union. They got it from the Eastern Germans. Well, I mean, Littlefield got it from the Eastern Germans, which we can see the German Eagle. The German equipment bag, Eastern German. Nice wood camo. I don't know what kind of camo they use, but I assume that's wood. You got the bell shroud. It's a 3-man crew. There's the autoloader inside. Almost hit my head there. We have an M4A3E8. Did I go over this yet? I forgot. I mean, yeah, I'm sure I showed it. Here we see the horizontal volute suspension system. A lot more it looks a lot more complex, but definitely gives it a wider track. Interesting tank. Okay. And next to the T-72 is an M47 Patton. M47 Patton 2, 90mm gun tank. M47 Patton 2. There's a whole bunch of names for it. We call it. War Thunder calls it M47 Patton 2. 90mm. You know, it's M47. Plus, there's a whole bunch of ammos here. Okay. The one on the right is artillery, I think. The one in the middle looks like from the 120mm from the 103 they used to have. That's a 75mm gun. That's a 76. That's a Hep T. I think that's a 90mm. Some Sable and yeah, some Sable round. Actually, these might be 105s. I'm not so sure. I don't know. Anyway, here's my hand comparison with the 75. It's not that big of a round. 76. Another side shot of the M4A3E8. Let's move on. Second building. There's 2 buildings full of vehicles, but there's the M18 troop carrier version. I forgot what they call it, but there it is. Here's let me adjust the light. Here's I'm not so sure what tank this is. Is this I think last time I heard it's a Marmon-Herrington. but I will have to go check it out. I added some sort of text when I do find out. This is an AEC Mark II armored car. I might be getting that wrong too, because there's a whole bunch of marks and cars out there. But the turret is from the Tetrarch, or at least it's derived from it. And this is an M4A3E2 jumbo. Interesting stuff. You can definitely see the armor plating that they added. Yeah. You see they welded in a little rough texture. USA 30829228. And an interesting trivia I found was that there's a lot of rough edges here. This is actually a battle damage, and some collector or someone, when they welded it over, didn't do it very properly, but it was a battle damage. You see it's very rough compared to the smooth cast area here on the transmission housing. I think this is a 90mm gun. Got a bunch of tracks back there. This is an M24 Chaffee, depending who you ask. Light tank M24 Chaffee, adding a 75mm gun to a light tank, as well as larger tracks and torsion bars. Wider tracks. You can access the transmission here. And here we have a Churchill. I think this is a crocodile. So you can see they definitely have the British equipment aside. Even they have the cups. Cups. Yeah, let's go back to the holding. Churchill. Oops. Okay. Now we'll go over to its neighbor soon. But that is interesting. You see the side hatches too. Side hatches are very thick. So, it's very thick side hatch. So one, it'll be probably a pain to open it, and two, it definitely will provide protection at the very least. I will go over these again. Jumbo, something, the Hellcat troop carrier. Now let's move on to M60A3 Patton. You can tell from its rangefinder on the IR light there, I think. It's M60A3 Patton as well. I know smoke discharge is probably another good indicator. Interesting stuff. And here is an A34 Comet 1. And if you saw my videos, I did get into the bow gunner position. It's not fun. It's not fun at all. It's tight. I don't know if I've gotten skinnier or heavier over the recent years, but you best not. You don't want to fit in there, do you? Look at that. You gotta put your whole body in there. You gotta manage to put. It's terrible. The turret's okay though. If you want to be a comic crew, be the turret. Be in the turret. Don't be in the driver compartment. I can see there. I can see its butt. The engine. And we have next to it is something that looks very similar, because it's the Cromwell. The boxy turret. I wish there was more space, but I couldn't stand back, otherwise I get a nice picture of the two. But there's a Comet. That's Cromwell, sorry. Cromwell Mark V with a 75mm gun, bored out with a 6-pounder. I assume. Of course, the only way to check is with a ruler, or with a more sophisticated measuring system. I can stop rambling on, right? There's a Shilka, ZSU-234 Shilka. The driving compartment in the front. Got some Russian text underneath. I assume it means warning, don't stand under the barrel. Okay. Next to it, we have the two Soviet tanks. We got a T-55. Yeah, it's a T-55. There's no mushroom ventilator chaff on top. Well, there's a film extractor, but that's not a good indication of a T-55, T-54. It really is missing the mushroom thing. You gotta see to get this stick. This is Exoslavic. I'm so sorry. I'm just messing up the country name, but that's this Czech flag, Czechoslovakian. Okay, there we go. And here's a 2S1 Gvozdika, 122mm D30 self-propelled gun. It's got the same chassis as the PT-76. Interesting stuff. I said that like 3 times already, didn't I? Oh, not as interesting as the M55 Sheridan right next to it. This is, according to the manager here, this is Littlefield's favorite tank. A little fire extinguisher right there, so if you want to mess up someone's day inside, just have some mischievous infantry just pull it, I guess. Got a driver's compartment up front. Death Stalker. Nice name. Interesting little light tank. So I guess since this is the last tank of the bunch here, but without looking outside, I guess that's about it. That's the Military Vehicle Technology Foundation. Nice. Used to be a big place, and now inventory is only I can cover in 10 minutes, so that's a bit depressing. But well, what are you gonna do? They sold off most of the collection. It's gonna go to the East Coast. So if you want to come here, I suggest you book a tour soon, because soon you might not be able to see all these vehicles in California. So see you next time.